All right, guys, so I'm just walking up and down the hallways here, just trying to get a little bit of, um, just trying to get a little bit of, what do you call it? Just a little bit of movement. And it's so busy. Look at, there's that parrot. That's the guy parrot that was saying, hello, hello. And I would say hello back to him. And his wife would pick him in the head and hit him. Oh, it was so funny. And they leave that open because that's what he likes. But the other parrots, they like prefer their privacy. And then you see the turtles. And I feel like going down there and just messing around. But I think I was going to ask Gary if we could go down and get and order a drink. I think that the probably the grill is probably closed. I think they close at 9. I don't know, it might be open, but what can I eat though? And I love this little sitting area down there. But guys, what could I eat? Seriously. This is spring break, so it's going to be a little noisy, but it doesn't bother me. The louder noise is the birds. And it's so funny. But it's wonderful. I mean, these are good people. They're not like, people that that are disrespectful to others or anything like that. It's just really, really nice. It really, really is. And I am truly enjoying myself. And believe it or not, with the depression and the sadness that I have had, I feel alive being here. Seeing these kids have so much fun. I always get in the kiddie pool. That little tiny section, I would get in the kiddie pool or sit in the where the whirlpool is. And then you had a private little pool right here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 pools. 4 pools. Oh no, you got 2 hot tubs. And then the main pool. And then you have the kiddie pool. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, bodies of water. And then there's a big bathroom and stuff. So I'm going to walk on down to the kiddie place. Okay, so you see here, there's the games. And you've got all this. Used to be a place where you could go and just sit down and write. It's like a little library area and stuff. But now it's just like all games. Yeah, this used to be like a little library area where you could sit and write and stuff. Okay, so, you pay with your, I think you pay with your room card. Okay. But yeah, that's cool. I have to tell Gary. Or, okay, here it is. It says purchase a game card. Okay, that's what that is. All right. Cool. But that used to be like a place where you could sit. And then of course there's the stuff down there. But it used to be a place where, look at those plants. They're so pretty. But it's just so alive, and I feel alive. Parents watching their kids and have fun and stuff.
No, it's not that bad. I paid more than, remember when we were in Easton and it was...
And it's so nice. People got their doors open, I mean, they got their doors open. They're not even trying to have any privacy, And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Plus, I'm going to add it to my private library. But y'all, don't get upset with me when I tell you. I just feel like, what's that girl's name? Julie, if you're watching, remember how we were talking about feeling like life has passed us by and stuff, and how I still feel that way? Well, this is one of those moments where me just hanging out and not gazing at the ocean 24/7 and just looking at life and people interacting with each other. These are so nice people. And there's a guy I think it's a guy sitting over in the corner just reading a book. I'm not sure, but it's just people moving around and doing things and just seeing the life and the happiness in the kids. And these kids are well behaved. They are not cussing. They're not banging on people's doors or doing anything nasty or being mean or anything. And there's parental supervision, and that. See how his head moved? I don't know if you guys can see. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get off. But I just needed to come out here. I needed to do some walking and being mobile. And I just wanted to share with you the life that I'm seeing. And, it looks like they're still serving food. I see people with, containers and stuff. So, but what can I eat? I mean, come on now, seriously. They got burgers and fries and all that other kind of good stuff that I can't eat, so I'm not even gonna, trip. But I would not mind a strawberry daiquiri, and you can't take the drinks to your room. You have to drink them down there, All right, guys. Thanks for being here with me. Thank you for allowing me to share it with you. Because it was rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was rough because I do my best to make sure that I pack everything and that everything is planned and everything is smooth. Gary struggles in that area. Okay, he got home from work, he got to sleep late, couldn't get to sleep, anxious about the next day's trip. And then, he gets up early, can't get back to sleep, and I'm like, Gary, the last time I packed his medications, I did. I packed everything. I helped pack his clothes, and I packed all that stuff to make sure that he did not leave his certain medications, because it happened once before, and I swore I would never go anywhere with him again, because the whole trip was ruined and we had to go back home, and there was no sense in coming back that very night, because we were due to leave the next day anyway. And this time, I didn't pack his pills, but I came in and I checked after him to make sure that every single pill was in the pill bag. And he assured me that it was. And it wasn't. The main pill that he needed, like always, he left behind. And he did it, many, many, many years ago for our anniversary. And I had swore I would never go anywhere with them again, but this time it was like we're here for too long. We're here for 4 days, and it's like almost 3 days. Yeah, we're here for three whole days, and in the nighttime. So we're here too long, and I was like, I can't believe that you did this, and I checked, and we had to go home last night around 9:30. We had to leave the hotel, and we had to go home, 2.5-hour drive, and I drove, and we went home, and after I pretty much fussed him out, and I was pissed, y'all, because it happened again, and so we went, and I packed up the things that I had bought. I had bought a mug, and I had bought some other stuff from Dollar Tree that was for home. And I brought that home, and I went home. I had boxes of mail outside, and I'm so surprised because my neighbors always put my mail inside. And I could not believe it. And so I had vitamins, I had bone broth, I had all this stuff that was just sitting outside. So we brought it in the house, fed the cats. The cats were waiting for us. Well, the one cat was waiting for us. And I was like, you know what, Jesus, I'm glad that we came home tonight. I'm glad. I was really swollen. I looked like I needed to go to the hospital. It was that bad, but we went and we went home. I changed clothes. I showered. I had to de-stress. I showered and, and put all of the bags away, the mail and stuff away, and just rejuvenated myself. And then I said, we're not driving my Jeep back. I'm sorry. And we're driving your Jeep back, and you're driving. And so that was how that ended up. And it was a struggle for him because he was sleepy behind the wheel, but he wouldn't pull over. I had to literally be a second driver to let him know, hey, you're going too fast, slow down, and there, I was praying hard the whole way. It was so stressful, and I had a headache, but God got us back here, and we got back here at 3:30. So from 9:30, we left at 9:30, went home, did what we had to do, and then we got back at 3:30. And then I finally went to sleep like at 4:30, and we just, 4:30, 4:45, and we just listened to God's promises and the sound of the ocean, and we fell asleep. And when I woke up today, I had to get up early because we were going to go up and down Coastal Highway. So my eyes are puffy, but at least a lot of the swelling went down in my body. But it's like we went to Ron John, and I was feeling good, guys, and I filmed. By the time we were in Sun Sensations for about 10 minutes, I was you guys were with me because I filmed it. My back was hurting real bad. I had to bend over. I had to crack and stretch my back in the middle of the store. And I just started getting slough. Gary calls it slough mouth, but it's really sloth mouth. And what he's saying is you are talking really slow. Your speech is slurring. You're anxious. What's that word? When you're real anxious and you're shaky and you're talking funny. And he was like, we need to get you back to the hotel. You didn't have the strength to do 2 stores, and so we left. Now here's the funny thing. He bought the same shirt that he had already had that was custom made. And when we got to the Jeep, he said, oh my God, I already have this shirt. I just bought the same exact shirt that I bought like 4 or 5 years ago. And I'm like, so, okay, well, what we'll do is tomorrow we'll go back to Sun Sensations, ask for an exchange, and get something different. Don't get a refund, get something else. And then after that, we'll hit the dough roller and have dinner. And he's like, so you're willing to go to a restaurant? You can't have any carbs. What are you going to eat at the dough roller? The dough roller is famous for its pizza. And I'm like, I will figure it out. That's the thing that sucks about being on a keto diet or any kind of diet, is when you go to a restaurant, you can't just enjoy yourself and eat. And I'm too early on in keto to be having a cheat day, right? So let me get you some other scenery to look at. So it's like, what am I going to eat there? I'm just going to eat I'm not going to eat a freaking salad. I got salad in my hotel. I got plenty of healthy foods that we've cooked and ate. So there's no cheating. But when I go to that dough roller tomorrow, I don't want breakfast. I don't want bacon and eggs. I got bacon and eggs. So if you guys got any suggestions, please put it in the comments so that I can read it before we actually go to the dough roller. And let me know what you would suggest. What would you eat at the dough roller, where there's just pizzas and lasagna, eggplant fried? There's like literally nothing healthy. I hope they have like salmon or some kind of fish or something that I can eat that would be keto friendly, to say the least. you know? And that's the crap that pisses me off so bad, you know? But I'm going to figure it out because I'm going to make it work. I am not the same person that I was last week. I'm going to make it work. There's going to be something that I will be able to eat. And look at that woman coming in here with that pizza. And you know I love pizza, guys. I love it. I absolutely love it. Especially Italian made pizza. Oh my gosh. And see, down there, they're still cooking. I bet you they got fries. Oh, let me just shut up. All right. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next video.